Ladies and gentlemen, these are live pictures coming in from Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister, has reached the residence of Pratik Jain. She looks angry, she's fuming, she's pushing away the mic as journalists try to ask her a question. IPAC has been raided. Mamata Banerjee is not happy. 3 months before the elections, the political consultancy that helped her win several elections, founded by Prashant Kishore, he's no more part of IPAC, or at least that's what he claims. These are exclusive pictures coming in on Republic Bangla, right outside the residence of Pratik Jain in Kolkata. Mamata Banerjee pushing away the mics, extremely furious, as Pratik Jain is raided. And she knows how important IPAC's role is, especially in this time of the year, election cycle. In about 3 to 4 months, Bengal will vote, and then IPAC becomes extremely critical. Ladies and gentlemen, those were pictures coming in from Kolkata. Let's tell you what has happened this morning. The Enforcement Directorate has raided the IPAC office in Salt Lake. The Enforcement Directorate has searched Pratik Jain, the co-founder of IPAC's residence, and the raids have been underway since this morning. And there are reports that it could be in relation with the coal smuggling case. We are waiting for more details. There is no official word from the Enforcement Directorate. But why does IPAC matter? If you're asking or wondering why does IPAC matter, what is IPAC's link to the Trinamool Congress? It's a political consultancy to the Trinamool Congress since 2019. So they've worked with Mamata Banerjee for almost 6 years now, 6.5, 7 years. Played a key role in Trinamool Congress's 2021 landslide win in Bengal. Very critical in Trinamool Congress's 2024 Lok Sabha campaign, when Trinamool Congress won a large chunk of the seats in the Lok Sabha election. The last Lok Sabha election was originally founded by Prashant Kishore, but at some point of time he stepped away. Pratik Jain took over the operations. Pratik Jain is the co-founder, and Pratik Jain has been raided this morning. He's the co-founder and the director of IPAC. Now, on the coal scam, it's important to note that Abhishek Banerjee as well has been questioned in the past by the Enforcement Directorate. I'm going across to Shravan Sen. Shravan Sen joining us on the phone line. Shravan, she looks extremely angry. She's waving her finger. Obviously, this is going to get very ugly now.
Well, Niranjan, as far as IPAC is in advising and has also been looking after certain campaigning for the Trinamool Congress. Now, as of now, this morning, when the searches were basically carried out, and importantly, Niranjan, this is not being carried out by the local unit of the Enforcement Directorate in Kolkata, but rather a special unit of the Enforcement Directorate, which is based out of the national capital. They had carried out the searches. In fact, this was done in a manner that the information should not have been leaked, and that is the reason why it was very heavily guarded all through when the searches were being carried out. As of now, also remember, the Enforcement Directorate hasn't put out any official information with regards to the searches that are being carried out. It is only by way of sources that we can confirm that this morning that the searches had started. In fact, there are 2 locations where these searches are being carried out, which also includes Pratik's premises, which is being searched by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, as far as the case is concerned, we do have information that it is pertaining to a money laundering case. In fact, a case was already registered. A predicate offense was already manifested, and thereafter, this case was taken over by the Enforcement Directorate. Right now, there is only preliminary information really coming in, and in terms of whether at all they have been able to make any seizure, that clarity hasn't come in. Perhaps in some time now it is expected. But it is a rerun of the images that we saw from the previous elections also, when the Central Bureau of Investigation was basically stopped from carrying out doing their work, particularly when at that point in time the Kolkata Police Commissioner was basically under the scanner of the Central Bureau of Investigation. If you remember, Niranjan, at that point in time also, Mamata Banerjee had carried out a sit-in protest outside the Kolkata Police Commissioner's residence.
What is this raid for, or what is this? Okay, she's speaking. I don't know whether we have that audio there. Shravan, if you can translate this, please. Mamata speaking there. She's got a speaker and a mic. Shravan will translate.
How to collect all of our party hard disks, the candidate list, the party strategy, the party plan. Is it the duty of the ED and Amit Shah? The nasty home minister, the naughty home minister who cannot protect the country and is taking away all my party documents. If I get the BJP party office, what will be? What will be the result? They didn't have any guards. One side the SIR case, they are deleting all the names of the Bengal peoples. More than 2 crore people, 1.5 crore people are being called, 54 lakhs are being deleted without any asking their details. They are using WhatsApp only. And because of election, they are collecting all my information of my party. देखो मैंने सब लेके आया because I rang up Pratik because he is the in charge of my party. So my hard disks. Madam, on hard disk. All they are collecting and they are already attacked my IT office also in sector 5. I am going there also.
It's complete drama there in Kolkata. Mamata Banerjee accusing the Enforcement Directorate and central agencies of snatching her party documents. She claims, let's stay with the audio there. Let's stay with the audio. Okay, there is Selina of Republic Bangla. They are doing a fantastic job trying to chase down Mamata Banerjee. Ask some questions. Of course, she won't be allowed to go near Mamata Banerjee because the police won't allow her to go near Mamata Banerjee. She has stormed out of Pratik Jain's residence. Shravan, a pretty short stopover there. I must say, the IPAC founder's house, went in, came out with hard disks. She claimed she had some hard disk and documents in her hand. Anything you were able to pick up, Shravan?
Well, this is purely obstructing the public servants from carrying out their entire work. Now, it remains to be seen whether at all the Enforcement Directorate is going to take any further help from the central agencies, because this was on the expected lines that in the past too, Mamata Banerjee has done that when the Central Bureau of Investigation had carried out the searches. As I pointed out at that point in time, the commissioner was basically under the scanner. And now this time you have the political consultancy firm IPAC, which basically handles the political affairs of Trinamool Congress, being under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. Now remember, the central agencies have been extremely guarded because this is quite a sensitive matter, and that is the reason why it seems that there is also a meeting that is underway here in the national capital. We are trying to get in more details with regards to what exactly is the original case that has been registered against IPAC. But what we have been able to confirm is that there was...
Shravan, I think we have a Showdown Adhikari soundbite. Shravan, just stay with me. That's Showdown Adhikari. The story is moving fast in Bengal. We've had to cut out of our programming for the breaking news updates that are coming in here. Shravan, be with me. Showdown Adhikari speaking live.
क्या बोलेंगे आईपैक का ऑफिस में ईडी रेड कर रहा है पुलिस कमिश्नर ওই বাড়িতে চলে গেছে কি বলছেন প্রথমত রেড নিয়ে কোনো মন্তব্য করব না ওটা ইডি বলতে পারবে কেন রেড করেছে আমি আই এম নট অ্যাওয়ার মুখ্যমন্ত্রী কেন্দ্রীয় সংস্থা সাংবিধানিক সংস্থার কাজে এর আগেও হস্তক্ষেপ করেছেন 2021 সালে তিনি নিজাম প্যালেসে ধর্ণা দিয়েছিলেন সিবিআই অফিসে
Showdown Adhikari saying that it's the ED raiding Pratik Jain and he has no prerogative. You think the ED is doing its job?
এর আগে রাজীব কুমারের বাড়িতে যখন সারদা মামলা নিয়ে রেড হয় সিবিআইর, সেদিনও তিনি সিপিকে নিয়ে ধর্ণা দিয়েছিলেন কলকাতাতে, ধর্মতলাতে। স্বাভাবিকভাবে মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর এই ধরনের কাজ সাংবিধানিক প্রতিষ্ঠানের সরাসরি কাজে হস্তক্ষেপ।
Okay, so Shuvendu is saying that Mamata Banerjee is rushed to meet an accused in this particular case, someone who's being raided. Shows how scared she is right now. Look at Mamata Banerjee's expressions there as she got out of the car, pushing everyone. Look at her. Iona's live. She's going to translate for us now. Iona, if you can help us translate what Shuvendu is saying.
সেই ব্যবস্থা তারা আইনের মধ্যে থেকে নেবেন।
The raids are conducted well within the ambit of law. It is the ED's prerogative to continue the progress of this case, and it is not right on the part of the Chief Minister to interfere.
আপনি তো ভোটার লিস্ট আছে বলছেন, বাজেয়াপ্ত করতে আইপ্যাক এর কাছে ভোটার লিস্ট থাকবে কেন? কেন ভাই?
This raid has got nothing to do with the ongoing special intensive revision exercise in Bengal.
আমি বলবো না, আমি ইনভেস্টিগেশন এবং ইডির পার্টে ঢুকবো না, সরি।
I refuse to comment on the ongoing investigation by the Enforcement Directorate.
অনৈতিক, অসাংবিধানিক,
I believe that this visit by Mamata Banerjee to the residence of Pratik Jain was unwarranted.
রাজীব কুমারের বাড়িতে রেড হওয়ার সময় এবং তিনি 5 ঘন্টা ধর্ণা দিয়েছেন নিজাম প্যালেসে। আপনার যখন
It is often seen that Mamata Banerjee has shown support for those who have been under the lens of the ED, be it the IPAC co-founder or former DG of West Bengal Rajiv Kumar.
মুখ্যমন্ত্রী এবং সিপির বিরুদ্ধে ব্যবস্থা না নেন তাহলে কিন্তু পশ্চিমবাংলায় ভুল বার্তা যাবে।
মমতা ব্যানার্জি বলছে আমি যদি বিজেপি অফিসে তল্লাশি করি তখন কি হবে? মমতা ব্যানার্জি বলছেন
আইপ্যাক কি পার্টি অফিস নাকি? আইপ্যাক একটা কর্পোরেট সংস্থা, তাদের বিরুদ্ধে অভিযোগ আছে।
IPAC is a corporate entity and the Chief Minister has no business in interfering in the investigation of a central agency.
তো সবার অফিস বাড়ি তল্লাশির পরে তো গ্রেফতার হয় এমন তো নয়।
It is not that the ED is likely to make an arrest on every person that they raid. So the Chief Minister must let the investigation continue unhindered.
হেনস্থা করেছেন, সিআইডি পাঠিয়ে 3 বার। আমি তো সিআইডির কাছ থেকে ফিতাও নিয়ে মাপতে গেছিলেন, ফিতা কাটিয়ে নিন।
As far as witch hunt is concerned, the Chief Minister herself has sent multiple CBI and CID team officers to my residence just because she disagrees with me politically.
এগুলো মানায় না। আর মুখ্যমন্ত্রীকে আমি চ্যালেঞ্জ করলাম, বিজেপি কেন যে কোনো লোকের বাড়িতে আপনি পাঠিয়ে দেখুন,
পার্টি অফিসে তল্লাশি
পাঠিয়ে দেখুন। পার্থ চ্যাটার্জির কচি বান্ধবী অর্পিতার মতো 51 কোটি টাকা কারো বাড়িতে পাবে না। আর আপনার বাড়িতে
As far as ED investigation is concerned, one must not remember the raids that were conducted on the residence of former Education Minister Partho Chatterjee and his close associate Arpita Mukherjee.
আবারও বলি, IPAC not at all a political organization. আপনি প্রথম প্রশ্ন করলেন, আপনাকে কেউ যদি প্রশ্ন শিখিয়ে করে আলাদা কথা, আমি ফেস করতে জানি।
I'd like to reiterate that IPAC is not a political organization but an individual corporate entity.
এখন বলছেন প্রার্থী তালিকা IPAC এ থাকবে কেন? প্রার্থী তালিকা তো TMC অফিসে থাকে।
As there's a complete political showdown, another vehicle there close to the residence of Pratik Jain. Okay, can we play out what Mamata Banerjee just said outside the residence of Pratik Jain, the IPAC co-founder? Here's what she said in English. She moved in, came out within 5 minutes. There's complete drama there. She walked out with a hard disk and documents. Did she take away evidence from there, from Pratik Jain's residence? Let's take a look. Here's what Mamata said on record.
দিদি উনি তো টিএমসির কেউ না, তাহলে কাকে বাঁচাতে এলেন?
কাকে বাঁচাতে এলেন দিদি, কি বলবেন? পার্থ চট্টোপাধ্যায় মদন মিত্রের বাড়ি তো যাননি দিদি। দিদি দিদি উনি তো টিএমসির কেউ না, মানে কাকে বাঁচাতে আপনি এলেন? দিদি
Shravan, any more details you've been able to pick up? Linked to coal scam. Okay, big breaking news update. Shravan is sharing in a big breaking update now. It's linked to the coal scam which is being probed by the agency. Shravan, coal scam linked to IPAC. Is there a money laundering angle perhaps that they're looking at now? Shravan.
Well, in fact, the coal scam in which the Trinamool Congress has been under the scanner of the enforcement directorate, multiple charge sheets have already been filed and Trinamool Congress leaders were taken into custody by the enforcement directorate in the past. It seems that they have been able to gather more information about the transfer of funds. There has been some money laundering that has taken place. In fact, whether at all the IPAC is a beneficiary of the funds that were received from Trinamool Congress is something that the enforcement directorate is now looking at. Now, as I speak right now, Niranjan, another breaking news coming in that there is a meeting of the enforcement directorate that is underway. In fact, the financial intelligence unit is also being roped in, is what we are picking up. Niranjan, if you can just hold, I'm also getting a quick call
Sure, okay.
from
I think
a
Shravan
source
is getting
to get
some
you
more details from his sources in the agencies. Okay, Shravan, while you take that call, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play out that soundbite. This complete political showdown. This is exactly 3 months before Bengal goes to polls. It is the biggest battle of 2026, the fight for Bengal. And Mamata Banerjee knows how critical this fight is going to be. And that is why she's upset with IPAC being raided. IPAC being raided in connection with the coal scam. Mamata Banerjee at the residence of the IPAC co-founder. By the way, the IPAC co-founder was raided. She rushed there for some reason. She rushed out holding a hard disk and some documents. I'm playing the soundbite of Mamata Banerjee, what she said in English. Of course, she wanted the message to reach Delhi. That's why she spoke in English. Here's that soundbite.
How to collect all of our party hard disk, the candidate list, the party strategy, the party plan. Is it the duty of the ED and Amit Shah, the nasty home minister, the naughty home minister who cannot protect the country and is taking away all my party documents? If I get the BJP party office, what will be? What will be the result? They didn't have any guards. One side the SIR case, they are deleting all the names of the Bengal people. More than 2 crore people, 1.5 crore people are being called, 54 lakhs are being deleted. How to collect all of our party hard disk, the candidate list, the party strategy, the party plan. Is it the duty of the ED and Amit Shah, the nasty home minister, the naughty home minister who cannot protect the country and is taking away all my party documents? If I get the BJP party office, what will be? What will be the result? They didn't have any guards. One side the SIR case, they are deleting all the names of the Bengal people. More than 2 crore people, 1.5 crore people are being called, 54 lakhs are being deleted.
Okay, the story is developing, ladies and gentlemen, in Bengal. We'll take a short break and we'll come back with the live coverage. IPAC has been raided. Mamata Banerjee is furious. The BJP says they have nothing to do with it. They say it's in connection with the scam that is being investigated. It's independent action being taken by the Enforcement Directorate. Taking a short break, our coverage continues from Kolkata. Stay tuned.